When you're a paramedic rushing to an emergency scene, every second counts. If your patient is unconscious, how can you tell if they have a chronic illness, medication allergy, or complicating condition that could make your job harder? Welcome to this essential training module on medical identification jewellery and their critical role in emergency medical response. As future paramedics, understanding these services is crucial for providing optimal patient care in high-pressure situations. They could be your secret weapon in the high-stakes world of emergency response.
My name is Amanda. I've worn a MedicAlert for over 40 years, and unfortunately, no paramedic or emergency room has ever checked for my MedicAlert, and that's led to tragic outcomes for me. I have a very rare inherited neurological condition that gets triggered under certain conditions, and it's on my MedicAlert. I suddenly start having massive muscle twitching. My airway cuts off. I start drooling, look like I'm drunk, and it looks like I'm having a stroke. They start to panic, and everything falls apart. That could have been alleviated if they had paid attention to my MedicAlert.
Medical IDs have come a long way from simple bracelets. Today, we're talking cutting-edge technology that's revolutionizing emergency medical response. Traditional bracelets and necklaces, the still reliable classics, providing the basic essential information at a glance. QR code-enabled jewellery, a digital revolution that offers instant access to comprehensive medical profiles. Smartwatch augmentation. The future is now, and it's on your wrist. Medical ID tags put vital information right on your watch band. Every medical ID typically contains information on basic medical conditions. Some will also have emergency contact details. However, MedicAlert not only has a 24/7 emergency response phone hotline, all MedicAlert IDs now come with a personalised QR code, making it the most comprehensive service available. The QR ID links to a curated personal profile, offering more detailed information in critical situations. It's important to remember that checking for medical alert jewellery is a crucial step in emergency response. As outlined in the Australian and New Zealand Committee on Resuscitation Guidelines, first responders should always look for physical alert jewellery or electronic alert devices that may provide vital information for assessment or management. MedicAlert Australia is a trusted partner in health and continues to work with paramedics and health professionals to ensure medical identification jewellery remains an agile and relevant tool in the emergency response toolbox. Because when lives are on the line, you need more than just an ID. MedicAlert provides a fortress of medical data, centralised, secure, and always up to date. A 24/7 emergency hotline staffed by professionals who speak your language, emergency medicine. Partnerships that matter. We work with emergency services and healthcare professionals nationwide. And international best practice. We are part of an international network, supporting vulnerable Australians wherever they may go and providing first responders around the world with the information they need at point of care. These features contribute to MedicAlert's reputation as a trusted source of critical medical information in emergencies. Imagine having instant access to information about allergies that could turn a routine treatment deadly, chronic conditions that could change your entire approach, emergency contacts to help you piece together the puzzle, advanced directives that guide critical decisions, and standardized medication lists for accurate drug interactions. This is the power of MedicAlert in your hands. Medical IDs come in all types, but the most common things to look for are bracelets, wristbands, and necklaces. Some people wear their MedicAlert attached to the strap of their watch or fitness tracker, while others have wallet cards, shoe IDs, and information attached to their clothing or bag. There are 3 main ways to access critical information. Scan a QR code with your phone to get instant access to detailed medical information. Call our emergency hotline, a 24/7 direct line to a wealth of information. And of course, in those remote areas where advanced technology fails, the engraved information is always available.
In emergency rooms, they should tick, is there a MedicAlert? Because I've worked in 4 countries, and I can tell you it was something that I was passionate about, and it was my pet peeve. But I worked as a paramedic, and I worked as a trauma nurse. The critical point is that people have to respect it, because that's why it's there. And when I worked as a trauma nurse, the first thing I always did was look for that emblem. And the most important thing is that if something goes wrong and you haven't checked for it, that's your career on the line.
As you begin your career in paramedicine, consider medical identification jewelry as an important tool in your arsenal. It enhances your ability to provide rapid, accurate, and patient-specific care in emergency situations. By using these services, you're improving outcomes, one patient at a time. Mrs. Johnson, an 80-year-old woman, has fallen at home and is having difficulty communicating due to confusion. The paramedics can't understand her mumbled responses, but they spot a MedicAlert bracelet on her wrist. One paramedic continues assessing her while her partner scans the MedicAlert QR code. The assessment shows substantial bruising, and the MedicAlert informs them that she's on warfarin for atrial fibrillation. Pause the video and take a moment to discuss the best course of action based on the information shown here. How would your decision have been different without the information from the MedicAlert? Because they have the full picture, the paramedics know that this patient is at risk of dangerous internal bleeding. They know to stabilise her and prepare her for immediate transport. They can even call ahead to the ER to share what they've learned from her MedicAlert to make sure the hospital is prepared for potential internal bleeding. Mr. Thompson, a 45-year-old man with a complex cardiac history, is experiencing breathing problems. His wife calls 000 saying that she thinks he is having an asthma attack. When the paramedics arrive, he's unable to speak clearly and his wife needs to be in another room to comfort the kids. But he has a MedicAlert QR code on his smartwatch. His MedicAlert profile shows that he has life-threatening asthma. He's on beta blockers for hypertension, plus that he's allergic to ondansetron. There's also a baseline ECG available. Here's what the assessment shows. Pause the video and take a moment to discuss the best course of action based on this information. Thanks to the crucial information that the patient has hypertension and is on beta blockers, and ability to see a baseline ECG in the field, the paramedics pivot away from a possible asthma event. Beta blockers can mask typical symptoms of a cardiac event and affect treatment options. The paramedics can clearly see that the patient is having a cardiac event, but they know to avoid typical beta agonists and opt for aspirin to stabilise him. They can also inform the cardiac unit about his medication history, baseline ECG, and current condition, as well as note his ondansetron allergy in case antiemetics are needed during treatment. If the paramedics hadn't known about the beta blockers and had treated him for severe asthma with an EpiPen, the results might have been fatal. His MedicAlert gave them a key piece of the puzzle and helped them to give him the right treatment immediately. Sarah, a seemingly healthy woman in her 30s, collapses while visiting a friend's house. Her friends say that she had been in the toilet vomiting before returning to the table and slumping over. She's barely able to communicate and shows signs of dehydration. Her pulse is high and her blood pressure is low. Here's what the paramedics found after assessing her. Pause the video and take a moment to discuss the best course of action based on this information. Our paramedics initially thought Sarah had an infection or a bad case of gastro, but luckily they knew to look for her MedicAlert necklace while checking her vitals. The engraving and QR code told them she had Addison's disease, an adrenal disorder that can present as any number of other conditions. Thanks to her MedicAlert, they know that Sarah is almost certainly experiencing an adrenal crisis and urgently needs a steroid injection to keep her alive. They find the medication she carries with her and quickly administer it. If they'd just treated her for dehydration and transported her to hospital, she could have been in extreme danger. Instead, she starts to improve substantially after the injection. This scenario demonstrates how MedicAlert can provide critical, condition-specific information that enables paramedics to deliver prompt, targeted care in complex medical situations. And it also allows paramedics to alert the hospital to have an endocrinologist waiting for her when they arrive.